Good morning, everybody. December 12th. Nice weekend. Hope you guys all had the same. Working on, you'll see some changes on our charts. I am working on adding a few indicators to our team. I've had a couple people ask me about them, how we can make things a little bit more fluid for those that aren't just about the direct price action drawing line and kind of like want a little bit of indicator on top of that just to kind of confirm our direction. So, working on a few things with a local mentor of mine. Spent the last couple of weeks with him. I picked up a few. Good pointers. So I'm working on trying some things out. I'm doing some things in sim mode to not take any risk on my own money until I start seeing a good percentage effectiveness of that. So the weekend, no big news today. No big news today, at least. However, big news on Saturday was oil. For those of you watching the news, and oil, OPEC, and with its even their own um, allies and or non-allies have all kind of come under an agreement to cut on production. So that's what that does to the get to oil prices is. First time in I think 2 years we're on a record high. Oil barrel went up like about $2.50 over the weekend. This was our Friday play where we just had scalped a few points and made I think like $40 or something like that. Here we go. This was a Saturday. Boom. Okay, so flattened out again during all of Sunday, but we had that too big spike. I had a contract pending in there that was not a true contract. It was a sim trade that got stuck in there as I left to do my task for Friday when I left early, and the thing was up like $2,500. And you get this feeling like, man, wish I could have, should have, would have. But if you had a true contract stuck in the markets overnight, post hours, one thing your margin required is gonna be a lot more than your day margin of 1,000 per crude contract. So you would have been called out anyway. So you would have missed the bus in that angle. Had you had the money, hey, you never know. Holding contracts into weekends and stuff, when things happen like that globally, could have went the other way around, and you could have lost $2,500 and real fast, and there's nothing you would have been able to do about it. So don't feel like you missed on something when you see something good happen. It could also have been bad. You'll be glad that you weren't in it. So um, here is already the pre-market session here. I think in the pre-market, um, where did I put up some? I'm in right here at 53.54 for the pre-market session right now. Up about 10 ticks, 9 ticks at $100 at one contract. That's about 10 minutes, $100. So we're looking at that. Like I said, I'm changing some of the chart stuff here where we're keeping Hikinashi, but what we're going to do is testing some range charts away from tick charts, see if we can pull up some transparency there and make some things work with some of these other indicators that I'm going to be introducing in the class this week. If this works out for the rest of the week the way it's going pretty good, I'll be introducing this system, okay, in your course. So look out for that. So far so good. It's working pretty well. It's been pretty profitable and a little bit good on the risk management side. We know when to get in, when to get out, and walk away and just call it a day. So we'll be back. I'm up here. I'm going to keep my eye out on the YM to go on with my real account. See what's going to happen there right now. Just very kind of a flat again from the weekend. You can see how even the YM correlates with oil and moved up pretty aggressively over the weekend. So, all right. So see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. Market review here for the morning of December 12th, 2016. 30 minutes into the market, made $85. I'm going to be gone for the day. I have, again, a really busy week. This holiday month, a little bit tough for me on schedule. A lot of different obligations everywhere, but school has just begun, so we're not going to be stressing. I'm not going to be stressing about that. The demand for right now, it's a little bit light. A lot of people traveling. Trade for the day. My key things where I did price action. Uh, Earlier I mentioned I'm working on some new charting for us to have as using some indicators as validation towards our decisions. So using that to help us out, we scalped let's say about 7 ticks. We didn't even scalp. That was a good trade on the down. Small downtrend here of oil first thing in the morning. Let's see here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. We sold. Um, Let me go back to my real account here. Sold at 63, covered at 57 up here, and the market is still going down. Again, with me, I'm testing. I'm doing smaller contract amounts, like by the one contract. A little bit of just anxiety on my end too. I'll admit it. Just wanted to make sure that these things are working for us, and so far so good. I mean, gosh, you do the math between that and the YM, make just 85 bucks in 30 minutes. We're talking with a $500 margin contract and $1,000 margin on the crude oil. So that's what we had at all times risking on the market and made uh, about 9% in 30 minutes. That's not a bad trade day. Okay, again, got to be careful with margins when we deal with futures because as much as you can make by taking advantage of margin, margin can come back and kick you in the butt. But I think what was it? We made about 4, 5, 6, 7 points on the YM. Just one contract that you see here. I got these little markers set on purpose so you guys can see. And so that's about 85 bucks. If we multiplied that by 10 contract, if you keep that 85 bucks, guys, that's about 21 grand a year, part-time, 30 minutes a day, doing what we do. Okay? With a very small margin account. That's with 200% gains in the year by yourself. But again, there's a strategy to what we do. There's rules in place. You got to be careful because it only takes one big losing to not to be it can hit you pretty hard, even emotionally, and it takes a lot to come back from a big loss. It takes a lot. So we got to learn how to be good losers too. So one of my mentors taught me, and it stays in my mind, is got to learn how to be a good loser. Because if you can handle it, you can move on and enjoy your winners, but on your bad days when you lose, you can take it. So we made 7 points there, and we made another 7 points, exactly 7 ticks on the money here. Remember, on crude oil, guys, every penny is equivalent to $10 in the futures. And that's what we're trading here, is the oil futures, the CL. So we just made some good money there. Probably a little bit of pullback here before there's another little downtrend. Who knows? I don't know. Right? As trader, we kind of have a rule, like we're like the weatherman. We know the storm comes from the southwest, but sometime we got to make a decision, even if we're wrong, because we have to follow the general rules, and that's what we do as traders, is we go by a set amount of rules and respect those rules. So that's about it. Like I said, 85 bucks off a $1,500 margin account in the first 30 minutes of the morning, and now I can go on with my day. It's not so bad. Do the math. Add that times 10 contracts for you big players out there. That's over 200 grand a year. So that's about it. That's our review. I'm giving away a lot of extra little tips in these review videos, so I'm going to kind of try to hold myself down a bit. And we'll be back, let's say, what, Monday? I'm sorry, today's Monday. We'll be back tomorrow morning. All right, so that's about it. I'm about to cut this video short. You guys have a good day.